Now, this is a lesson long coming. I get a lot of questions that you guys play some bar chords or basically some chords and you don't get always a clear sound of them. Of course, it's difficult to always have the chords being pressed clearly and not getting a buzzing sound. Now, sometimes you could actually do a buzzing sound like what I did now on purpose, or you could have a muted effect by placing your hand instead of, okay? But if you want to produce a clear sound, you're going to need to practice, okay? So I'm going to take you from the very first step to the last step of trying to hold down a chord. This is my own way of practicing when I first started learning, and even now when I learn a new chord, if it's too complicated, I do the same technique I'm going to show you guys now. I'm going to show a couple of exercises. So here we go. Let's go in an easy chord, my opinion easy chord, an E major chord, okay? Now, if you're first starting now with any chord, what you want to do is take only one finger, either finger, of the chord and place it on the string, like so. In this case would be on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, which is part of the E major chord. And I'm holding it down there. Then you want to lift lightly, I'm going to turn this way, lift lightly and just come off the string like a few millimeters and go back down again. Try to keep it there for a few seconds and press down evenly, and notice that my finger is in a very nice curve angle, not straight or flat that I will touch the other strings on the bottom. So basically that's it for the finger. And then after you practice that for like a minute or so, take the second finger and place it to the next string. That's the 4th one on the 2nd string. And repeat the same procedure by pressing down firmly in a curved finger action and lifting a few millimeters off the strings, keeping the shape and pressing down. You see now both fingers are coming off the strings and down. You should be able to produce a strong sound as well. You can hear it without even strumming the guitar. And then to finish it off, you're going to put your last finger on the strings and form a full E major and lift the fingers a few millimeters off and back down. We're going to turn like that. You see the shape in my fingers stays even after I lift off the strings. What you get from a beginner, sometimes even an intermediate guitar player, when he's jumping between chords, that first one finger, other finger, then the other finger goes, this is not going to work. When you're playing music, you want to be fluent, you want your changes to be fast, swift, in fractions of a second, boom, you want to have your hand there. You want to go to another chord, all the fingers have to be placed there. It's not a written down rule, it's my rule. So if I want to change to A minor, I lift the shape and I place it back down. Not one by one the fingers and placing it down, okay? Now the second thing you can practice is keeping your fingers on the chord. Throw down some time to it. You can put one of your favorite series, about 20 minutes episode, and try to keep it for as long as you can. It might start getting painful on your edge of your toes here, but that's good, because that's how you produce a very nice sound, by making the fingertips of your fingers rough, okay? So you gotta press down firmly and in a curved shape like we said before, so you have this clearly. Now you can do this thing in the bar chords as well. In this case scenario, let's go to the 5th fret. That's gonna be the A major. Let's forget this finger right here for now, and you're gonna repeat the same procedure forming this bar chord. You're going to put your ring finger on the 5th string on the 7th fret and press down firmly, lift and press, lift and press. If you want to strum it as well, Then take your pinky and put it on the string under that, on the 7th fret, and pick both strings. You can clearly see here what I'm doing. Both fingers at the same time, up and down, so they get used to that shape. Then place your 3rd finger, that's your middle finger actually, on the 3rd string on the 6th fret, and pick all 3 strings. So it's like I'm playing a solo, but instead of pressing one note, I'm pressing all 3 at the same time. Now here comes the bar. Make your finger strong first, so forget the first part, lift off all 3 fingers and place only 1 finger on the bar. Now, if you don't have a teacher to tell you this, I didn't have a teacher and I had to come up with it myself. Between the 2 metal frets, that's the 4th one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one, do not put your finger in the middle of them. This does not produce a very clean sound. What I do is I go towards the end of the 5th fret, right there. So if this is my finger in the center, you can see the metal fret under here, under my finger. The most correct way would be right on it, not on top of it, but in the corner between the metal fret and the wood. This helps produce a more clean sound. And the back finger, the whole thing is flat in the center and you squeeze. Now this requires some power. That's why you got to practice by itself. Just press down and try to keep it there for as long as you can. If you start feeling stiff here, massage the area, drop your hand to the side, let the blood go around, and stop for the day. Practice this only 1-2 times a day. And I'm telling you, this will make a very strong grip for your bar chords. Test it every now and then. Then you have a clear melodic sound and not something like buzzing or muted. Then when you do that, start placing the other fingers on and press down really hard. Don't only use the power from squeezing your fingers to press clearly, also use the power from the weight of your hand moving diagonally down. Okay, because your whole arm is quite heavy to do some kind of job like that, so you can use that. This can happen if you overbend your hand, except that you're going to damage it. You can't use any power. Your tendons are bent, your arm weight, it's only from the wrist, but if you're a little bit more straight, not completely straight, you don't have to be completely straight, just slightly bent, right there, you see my hand is slightly bent. You can apply a lot of body weight downwards on the strings and apply the same technique we did before, lift up all the hand, a few millimeters off the strings, and practice like so. Because the bar chords are so beautiful to play, you can do so many extra effects, and just check it out. I've got this shape here on the 1st fret. I've got an F major, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and so on. If I play the under it bars, I have all these chords again right next to each other. I can change them into minors. I can play muted. And mix max with it. So don't be afraid of bar chords. It just takes a little bit of practice. Remember, also the smooth of changing. If you do this, you'll be able to go from one chord to another. You don't have to take all your time and just jump from one chord over and over. Just stay in one chord and lift your fingers up and down. I think that's a really good practice. I hope I helped with this video. I'm gonna do more beginner videos like this. Make sure you comment and rate. Take care. God bless. Amen. See you on my next video, guys.